Hey guys, what's going on out there? This is Joshua Hodge, lead singer of the band Closure, as well as one of the guitarists for the Church of the Highlands praise and worship team. It's an honor to be a part of the band Closure as well as Church of the Highlands and the things we get to do. But I'm here today to have a little unboxing video. We're going to take a look at BASN Audio's BMaster5 in-ear monitors. It's one of their most recent releases, and little quick background of how we became affiliated with BASN. Just after getting back from our tour last fall, Michael McCann reached out to us, our drummer. He does a great job handling a lot of our endorsement deals and some of our sponsorships. Well, he'd been in communication with the owners of BASN, and they just really wanted us to try out their product. They were going to send us, each member of the band could pick out whatever model they wanted, and all they asked us to do was just give them true feedback. They didn't care if it was good, bad, or ugly. So they asked us to do that. I've been using in-ear monitors for a long time, probably 10, 12 years ago. Andy Jackson of Hot Rod Circuit and Jackalope Studio from up in Montgomery, where we had done some recording. He was playing with somebody, he was using a different brand, so I got a set of Ultimate ears. It's like the first pair of IEMs that I ever bought. That's like starting with a Cadillac when you turn 16 years old. So I had great ears then, and over the years, I've purchased all the major brands, the Sures, the Sennheisers. When I got back into praise and worship with Church of the Highlands, we had to have in-ears, and I bought a set of the West Tones, some triple drivers, around $500+ set of IEMs. And so, I had used good quality in-ear monitors my whole life, so I wasn't, just goo goo gaga over the opportunity to get these monitors, but obviously thankful. But when they did come in, I was immediately blown away by the quality of the materials, and we'll get into that as we start undoing this box. But it was intriguing just right off of the get-go, because it was higher quality cords, higher quality cases, and the components just immediately blew me away. And I knew they were an American-based company, and so that means a lot to me. I take a lot of pride, in that. And then you could just tell that every component in the kit that came with it, you could tell these were built by musicians, not just people trying to sell a product, to the masses. It had everything that you needed to be out on the road. So it was, a more professional setup that came in the box, so to speak, than what I had previously dealt with. So, when we had the opportunity to pick a set originally, I said, hey, just send me something middle of the road. I didn't want to be that guy that ordered just the most expensive thing on the menu. So they sent me the Metallan, and the Metallan is just a great all-around in-ear. I told him, I play guitar with the church. I do a little mixing and mastering, a little studio stuff, and then as well as being a vocalist. So it's a very well-rounded in-ear monitor. And when some friends of mine recently, since using these, have been trying to get in the market at a particular price point, I let Alan Sanders from the band 7-Ply, he's a bassist, I let him use them as well as a couple other brands. And when he came back a week or so later, it was clear cut that those were the best. And so he reached out to me, wanted to know maybe I could get him some. And so I reached out, and McCann, he's overseas right now doing some work for Boeing in India, and so we're on some different sleep schedules right now. But he put me in contact with the management team from BASN Audio, and had a good conversation with those guys. Told them what I was trying to do. Told them I'd like to, if depending on what my options were, I'd like to offer some of these to some of our worship team guys, and offer these to some of my friends that were in some other local bands. And we worked something out, and since we were talking, I wanted to know, well, what? Tell me about your best ones. Tell me what vocalists should want and need. And they had a new product coming out that they wanted me to try, that we're going to look at today, called this BMaster5. So let's start taking a look at it. I'll give you a real close look right here. This is BASN Audio's BMaster5. The 5 is because it's 5-driver. It's got a 10mm bass. What am I looking for here? A bass armature, but a bass driver, so to speak. And one thing that they did on these, they made a bigger cavity than normal to give themselves a little bit more room. And you remember when we were kids, who's got a 10-inch speaker, who's got a 12-inch speaker, who's got an 18-inch speaker. So what they did is they've kind of stepped up the game for the size of the bass drivers within in-ear monitors, and then it's called the 5 because it has 4 then balanced drivers for all your mids and highs. And if you look at the way this works, when you take a look here, you got the BASN case as well as the couple monitors themselves. We'll take a look at the case first. And first of all, if you've been on the road, you know, like we have, down goes a box right there. But if you've been on the road like we have, you know that this stuff takes a beating. It takes a beating loading and unloading constantly, night in and night out. Sometimes you're outdoors, you're on the road. So, you know, this is an aluminum rugged, you know, hinged case there. I want you guys to see that very high quality case right off the bat. So you appreciate that. If you're just trying to travel somewhere lightly, it does come with a little pouch. So you don't have to use, you know, that heavy case if you don't want to, but you have the protection if you need it. One of the first things that I noticed when purchasing these the first time is this cable. They have a quad silver rope cable. I want you to be able to see that. I'm not going to hold up another brand just because, but think, you know, regular earbud, you know, plastic cable. And the fact that this is, you know, metal coated braided cable, you know, it's high quality. Comes with a little zip tie, as you you know, can imagine. But you know, just a very heavy duty cable. I mean, just the feel of this is different than the whole set of some of the more high end in-ears that I use. So that really jumped out for me. In this little pouch, I want everybody to know this is not something that professional musicians will care about so much, but even if you're, you know, just trying to get some in-ear monitors for practicing at home, maybe you don't want to, you know, bother your neighbors, or you're just getting into the personal monitor, you know, thing, and don't want to spend this investment just for your hobby, so to speak. They also come with a second set of buds, and these have got your audio controls, you know, for Bluetooth phones. So this has a speaker built into it, so you can you know, you can use it for making phone calls, listening to your iPod, listening to, you know, your phone. And so you're not just tied, you know, to the fact that they're only for professional audio use. So you get 2 sets of cables, one for music and performing, and then, you know, one that you can use for leisure. Again, you can't beat that. You know, no other company that I'm aware of, and I did the research, no other company is offering that. So you're getting twice the use for your money that you would with other brands, and you can also use, you know, that casual use to get more comfortable with the monitors themselves. Speaking of getting comfortable with the monitors, as we take a look in here, it comes with 12 different earpieces, and it comes with different types of earpieces, everything from your traditional silicone, small, medium, large, to it comes with some foam, memory foam inserts for noise canceling as well. And so we're going to get back to the box in just a minute and some of these specs, but the noise canceling is really good. You're looking at 25 to 30 decibels of noise cancellation. And when I come here to the specs, you'll see that they have an audio sensitivity of up to 104 decibels. But it's really quite more than that. And people that understand how, you know, decibels work, it's not truly a linear scale. Like it doubles, you know, every 3 dB. So it's hard, you know, to quantify that. But when you're looking at 100 decibels of sensitivity plus the 20 plus levels of noise reduction, is closer to 130 decibels of sensitivity. The frequency right here is 20 to 20,000 hertz, which, if you look that up, I even double checked before getting on here. Encyclopedia Britannica, by the way. That's the entire spectrum of what the human ear can hear. So as low as humanly possible to hear, this monitor provides it, and as high as we can possibly hear, this provides it. Another thing to note here, some may advertise a larger range, but the human ear can't dissect anything higher than that. So if you're magnifying it like we would on a live sound situation, and you're putting that in your ear, even though you can't hear it, it could be causing you hearing damage. So why would you want to use some of the power and some of the frequency for something that could actually cause you hearing loss or cause you harm? So I'm going to do a separate video on a later date about some of the multiple advantages to using in-ears if you're not familiar with this. But this is just about this set particularly. So comes with a full year warranty, which is kind of standard for this type of thing. But back to the quality of it, as we take a look here at the buds themselves, these are made of titanium, right? There's nothing wrong with some of the ones that are plastic, and I understand. Everything's got a trade-off, right? So you got weight, cost, and everything else. But the fact that they took the time to make these titanium, it accomplishes all of that at a much more professional level. And we'll take a look at these real quick. You can see how that capsule is a little bigger, than some other traditional. And this is the BMaster5 there, if the camera will pick that up. But just going to pop these in, real quick to give you an idea. They are larger, but you can't really tell when they're in. I'm gonna get onto the connector aspect of these in a minute, but they fit in your ear, very well. They rotate. You can see that they don't extend out. You don't look like you have a radar on or anything. I can't even tell you how good these blocked out the noise. I could hardly hear myself talking into the microphone. And back to this cable, I mentioned how it was high quality. So it's an American-based country. Everything's designed, research done in the United States, out in California. They order these proprietary, say that 3 times fast, but they use proprietary connectors called Pentacon, not the Pentagon here for our military, but they use Pentacon connectors because simply they're the best. They're every set of in-ear monitors that I'd had before, including those Ultimate Ears, my Sures, my Sennheisers, they had all used the 2-pin connector, right? And that's what I was used to. And so when I got these originally, I was kind of disappointed that they were different than my other ones, because had they been like my other ones, then at least I could have swapped them out maybe and used a different set of ears on a different cable, since I like these cables. And, that was kind of my ultimate thought. Is I was a little disappointed that they didn't match up. But now that I've done the research, you see how quickly, they install to the, to the cable. But now that I've done my research, you'll see that these swivel, okay? A regular set of ears with the pins would not do that. So, my friend Alan that tried out my set previously, he was blown away at how that makes a difference when you're trying to move, when you're trying to pull one out and you're still talking, you're trying to communicate with your guys, but you see how easily that goes in and fits. But the fact that it swivels, it actually makes it more comfortable and fits everybody's head a little bit different. If you've been fitted for braces or anything, our ears aren't exactly level, and no 2 people are identical, just like you'd expect. So, the fact that swivel is an ergonomic thing, but it's actually the reason they spend the money to import them. It has nearly a third of the resistance or impedance from the sound as the 2-pin connector. So the way that it works, and it uses a spring mechanism to get more contact to the cable. So the impedance on a typical very high quality set of in-ear monitors is around 32 ohms, and it's around 12 plus or minus ohms on these BASN audios. So it's more comfortable, and it's almost 3 times less resistance, which means you get better quality, you get better connection when you are moving around. You don't hear that occasional static. So what I can tell you is for an incredible price point, BASN Audio is providing super high quality materials, titanium casings, enlarged diaphragms for that 10 millimeter bass driver. This particular model has 5 drivers, but they sell them with 2, 4, 5, whatever you want. You can get one to fit your budget. But these are under $200 on Amazon to anybody in the public. Anybody can get a pair shipped. If you don't have Amazon Prime, if you do pay the taxes, under $200 shipped to your house. And I'm just telling you, you're getting 2 cords, you're getting high quality earbuds themselves, and you're getting a great case to carry on the road, to throw in a book bag. You don't have to be concerned with anything happening. It's very rugged, very durable. And obviously this is a true unboxing, so I haven't played these yet. I'll do a follow-up video letting you know how they sound. I can't wait to try them out. But I can tell you that my Metallans, which are not quite half the price, but you know, just a little over half the price, right? They're around $100 plus tax for those. They outperformed any of my $300 and $500 set of buds. So couldn't be happier with the company. It's great that they're local. They're available. You can reach out to them yourselves on Facebook. You can reach out to them on Instagram. They're easy to reach. They have great customer service. They're responsive. It's no trouble to any type of warranty situations through them. They're super easy to work with. But I couldn't be happier with them. I'm excited to see these. They already fit great. Can't wait over the next couple weeks to try them out. And I hope you enjoy them as much as I've enjoyed the Metallans. But stay tuned, guys, for more videos from BASN Audio. I'll put some links down in the comments for them, as well as our new single, Foolish Man. If you guys would give that a listen, I'd greatly appreciate it. And you guys take care, man, and let me know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to throw them down in the box. And if I can help you in any way, it'd be my pleasure. All right, guys, have a great night.